But let's talk about creation. I know S1CWorld has a special art drop coming at Peace on Fire. When I first heard about it, I was like, what is this? What does this got to do with sex? So I'd love to hear more about At Peace on Fire. And then we have some incredible artists who are actually contributing work to this drop who are on panel. So I'd love to hear about their interpretation of At Peace on Fire as well. But I'll start with you, Miguel. At Peace on Fire, where did this come about?
Well, first and foremost, I think the core essence of what S1C stands for and what S1CWorld intends on creating is a culture of fire starters, people who think outside the box and are willing to use their creative thought and emotionality to affect change. And I think this mentality is probably best described as being at peace on fire, knowing that you have something deep that's valuable and dangerous, like we said earlier, to the paradigm. And I think anyone doing what is in line with their purpose always becomes dangerous to a paradigm that is consistently whittling at people's sense of self, sense of purpose, and kind of does want to get everyone in line and in control so that they can be managed and positioned in a way that benefits others or benefits the system. Whereas I think each and every one of us here, and those of us, who are community members, have found that the more that we remain fire starters and true to our purpose, the more we realize we're connecting with each other and bringing something deeper and reminding that there aren't really big differences between you and I. That the world is actually a bunch of, genuinely incredible energy and here to do something special in their own way and to take that with them. So, At Peace on Fire is meant to be a reflection of sort of this ethos and what we stand for.
We all have different visions. We all have unique gifts. But I think when we really come together in the right way, we can create amazing things. And so that's what I love, right? The networking community that has come together, like meeting some of you today, being here with all of you. And it starts with a seed, but then we're all part of the blossoming of it. So, thank you. Roger's been a friend and connected all of us. And then I got to, hang out with Miguel and get to know you the past year. And it's been really cool to see what has been built and what's possible. And I also think, there is a lot of money in the space, we say this, but it's also difficult, right? It can be difficult for a lot of people.
Really bring spirituality and sensuality and embodiment into the metaverse as well as to the real world. We're bridging them too, so I'm super excited. It's an amazing community.
I think adding value is my biggest focus. And between collaborating with our charter members, all of which are effective creators in their own rights, in their own spaces, we're talking about, we're talking about fashion design, like literal fashion designers, people who have built their own brands and have been incredibly successful in their own ways. Incredible artists. We're looking at people who are builders in space, absolute fire starters across the board. So this year is really about finding ways to connect the dots between us and to add value to our members. This is one of our first sort of events that we got to do this. And really, so we want to say thank you. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you, Diamond. And big shout out to Roger. He's been the biggest proponent in helping us build Tempo is a massive space, and he's really helping a lot of people who really want to get into this space do it the right way. So I couldn't be more honored to have a really dope part, be a dope part, and do it with them. But the alpha really is really the energy. Why you should join S1CWorld is because literally, every time we get together, we leave feeling better than we did before we were together. And you can witness this yourself on our spaces. I highly recommend that you join us on our spaces. We have them typically every Tuesday. I show up most times when I can. When I can't, everyone holds it down. Miyagi is always, everyone is it's crazy. We're meeting for the first time, and it's like we've known each other, forever. So I think if you're looking for, you know, a creative support system that wants to leverage their creativity to change the world, I know these are big ideas and they seem really vague, but the truth is, like, I'm a kid from San Pedro. I grew up in the hood, back and forth from there in Inglewood, and everything that's mine is yours. You know, any piece of my knowledge, any piece of my network, any piece of what I have to offer is also a part of S1CWorld, and every one of our charter members has shown up in the same way. So if you're looking for, you know, any way of any bit of support, information, and alpha, and whatever you're doing as an artist, it's a place that you can go to and know that you're safe and have leverage. And that's what we're building. So.
I do want to shout out everyone. And one, if you don't follow, definitely follow Bijan, Lichiban. They're both fantastic artists. They're a power couple in Web3. CryptoMiyagi is like jack of all trades. He makes killer AI art, and also you need to like really figure out this Web3 space and bots and everything. That's the guy right there. Shira, Peace Inside Live. You do so much for the women in this space. You do so much to make sure that we're bringing wellness. And Miguel, thank you for creating this community and platform for us to all kind of convene and start to build together. My last question, why join S1CWorld?
Why not? Honestly, I think for one, it's a place where Black and brown creators are welcome and loved. And that's no disrespect to anybody, but when I first got into Web3 a year ago, it looked like me. Nobody looked like me. When I go to they just didn't look like me. So it's hard to try to relate to somebody who doesn't even understand you at the very core of who you are. And so the very first time I had an interaction with Miguel, he asked me what were some of the things and some of the issues you're running into. And I told him the pushback I get is from wanting to help the Black community. And from there, that's when I was welcomed with open arms at S1CWorld, and I haven't looked back since. So yeah, come on over, y'all.
100% right. It's an open arms kind of place. It's a community where anybody can come in and do whatever you do and be supported, honored, and uplifted on what it is that you do.